Has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 3 points on the bucket from Wade.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And Thompson kicks to Green. Stolen by Bosch. Dang against Curry. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Spates. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Brandon Rush. Here's Richardson, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Warriors.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And another thing they've done right from the start is converting. A lot of those second chance opportunities, those can be hard to come by sometimes.
Ian Clark's checked in for Klay Thompson. The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. The Heat making a switch here. Stoudemire's checked in. And it's the Heat with the ball. They trail by 1. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Wade. Here's Richardson. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in. Richardson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Heat.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And how about for the Heat having the best road record of any team that didn't make the postseason in the East? But as you said, struggling on the road will sink a team battling for a playoff spot.
You know, one final note, guys, on the Heat and their road losses. They ended up going only 2-8 in their last 10 road games of the year. That was a big part of how they fell out of the 8th playoff seed.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Curry. Then for the Heat, Winslow's checked in for Dang. And it's Dragic in for Dwayne Wade. Here is Livingston. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Right side, this is to Richardson. Pulls it from 20. The shot is off. And Golden State will come the other way. It's stolen by Dragic. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Warriors with some changes. Festus Ezeli comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Barbosa in for Ian Clark. And Miami also making a switch. Nick Roberts is checked in. Barbosa's shot is off. And here's Miami. Big stretch here going 10-2. In the corner, it's Richardson. And stolen by Barnes. From deep. Iguodala left side. Down low. Here's Ezeli. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Richardson.
And guys, Andre Iguodala entered this league as an athlete with raw skills. And bit by bit, though, he refined his game over. over the years, except in the one category, free throw shooting. In that one area, he was much better over the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last 5.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Here's Dragic, and the rejection by Iguodala. Now here's Barnes. Tight defense on him. From downtown, Warriors the rebound. And here's Iguodala outside. Kicks it out to Barbosa. They shoot again. And it's Barbosa again missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Amari Stoudemire, with the change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
Brandon Rush, who's checked in for Harrison Barnes.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
And here's Miami. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Iguodala with the steal. And now Iguodala running the floor all by himself. Here's Ezeli. Good. Ezeli's got 5 points now this quarter.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Feeds it to McRoberts. Lets the three fly. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for it. And so it's a close.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to...
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Take a look at what Curry's done. 15 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
He's not afraid to mix it up there in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work.
Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. He adds the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Barnes in at the small forward position. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And here's Bosh after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. No good on his first attempt of the game. But they get it back. Green left side. From deep. And Stephen Curry another 3. Curry's got 21 in the game.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Now here's Dragic. Whiteside inside. He's against Green. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. A little over a minute gone here in the second half.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Now Whiteside after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Whiteside, the pass to Bosh. The 10-footer. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound total. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspension.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Curry. It's offline from half court.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
He's about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, and I see no birds up there.
No.
Here's Curry after the Heat pick up 2. Bogut with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Bogut down low. Whiteside's there. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. And Ian Clark subbed in for Harrison Barnes. The Heat also changing it up. Johnson comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Richardson in for Goran Dragic. Richardson against Green. Out to the wing. Thompson is doubled. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Heat have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. It's stolen by Green. Curry. The half-court bomb falls off target. In transition, here comes Miami. Stolen by Thompson. Golden State's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Pass to Spates. Outside for Curry. There's the 3. And he gets it to go. Curry's got 9 points now in the quarter.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
And it's Wade penetrating. He kicks to Johnson. Inside. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Winslow's checked in for Miami. And here we go with Bosh running it up the floor. And that one's good.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Spates kicks to Thompson. And here is Green. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Steph Curry. Then for the Heat, Josh McRoberts is checked in for Bosh. And it's Dragic in for Richardson. And so it's Golden State with it after Dwayne Wade's three-pointer that didn't go.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. Oh! How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot!
Unbelievable.
It's amazing. Livingston. It's offline from half court. The Heat with the lead. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stoudemire. Warriors have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Thompson dishes to Ezeli. 1:24 left here in the third quarter. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. They get it back. Here's Stoudemire. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for the Warriors. And both free throws good for Stoudemire. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off of teams, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Tough play underneath to give them another shot.
And it's Barbosa, again missing.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish. You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
And it's Stoudemire missing. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And here's Miami. They're on a 13-3 run. No good from Dragic.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Winslow. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Here's Clark. On the court for the Heat. Staying out there with Johnson. Then there's Chris Bosh. Then there's Richardson. And it's Dragic in at the point guard. The Heat leading by 5. Dragic has got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. Bogut the pass to Curry. From deep 3-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Curry's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Warriors. Here's Barnes. Now here's Green. And that misses. That would have put him up. Dang. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Dang. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Ian Clark.
Klay Thompson.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Miami's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Curry. And the Warriors get it back.
Way to play the board. Come away with the offensive rebound.
And Thompson kicks to Bogut. Outside for Curry to take the lead. Rebound by the Heat. Tang's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Johnson, and the layup's good off the glass.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
And so the ball out of bounds. Bosch touched it last. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Curry can't get it to go.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Warriors trail by 4. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Here's Dragic. And the heave doesn't get to the rim. Outside Curry. From deep three-point range. Look out, and then you throw him stuff like that. You go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, goodness.
Dragic against Curry. Dragic gets the bucket.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three, or just taking it to the rack himself.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, we're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running. Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
Curry. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on deep. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Golden State.
Timeout call for the Heat.
Timeout called, the Heat. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. It's offline from half court. Warriors trail by 3. Golden State moving the ball around. Back to Thompson. The pass to Green. Now Curry. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And it's Whiteside off the drive. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam.
Heads-up basketball, plain and simple, guys. You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
1:35 left to play here in the fourth. It's Curry outside, and that one's good. Curry's got 18 points now here in the second half.
He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
Dragic against Curry. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That one on Thompson. Well, he holds the reins to this team, and we're seeing some examples, guys.
And that's the kind of take-charge leadership that every team desperately needs.
And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a three-point lead.
Checking out the game Goran Dragic is having. He has 8 points and a block.
Curry with it. Bosh. They get it again. Over Green. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Back to Thompson. There's the dish to Iguodala. Curry outside. Dang grabs the miss.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with two hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Iguodala dishes to Bogut. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Curry's shot is off.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
Bogut the pass to Thompson. Bogut kicks to Curry. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Whiteside missed. And so it's Miami winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the...
Dwayne, you had
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Hassan Whiteside.
When you talk about Whiteside, you're talking about...
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just...